It's been since April since I've last played this. Sorry it took 3 months. Almost a fourth. Getting close to a fourth, I should say. Granted, it'll probably be closer to the end of the month by the time I actually upload this. I know where I'm going. I need to head back. All the way back. I'm gonna turn my sprites off for this. This is, I'm well aware that this is a stream, usually a stream game. It's rare for me to play this by essentially myself. But I've kind of been avoiding doing streams as of late. Hell, I didn't even do one for my birthday, which is something I normally do. And it's actually kind of gotten to the point where I've didn't really want to play this game. Because it's stream game usually. Fuck. Still gonna take me a hot minute. So take me a hot minute to get back. But I'm gonna treat this kind of like a stream, but I don't have a chat. And granted, this is also kind of the reason why I stopped. Is that I just need to backtrack, and backtracking is kind of hard. I don't entirely remember where I'm going, but I do know I need to backtrack. Fuck. Christ. But yeah, I've been kind of just avoiding streams because it's not a medium I particularly enjoy doing a lot. It's tiring, it can be stressful sometimes. That's why streams tend to be very rare. Sometimes, and the reason why I've been avoiding them. I don't mind sitting in front of my microphone recording for an hour or two. But sitting for 6, 7 can definitely get grating. Just because I don't really take as many breaks as I probably should. I often go rather than taking that half an hour break every half an hour or so. Compartmentalize my struggles. But yeah, it's just kind of hard. Granted, I've also been in a bit of a mental funk as of a bit more recently. I just less desire And it's arguably a good thing that I have less desire to stay in my room and whatnot, but I have less of that, and I also have had less of a desire to just play anything. Just kind of sitting around and watching YouTube. It seems like it has passed, but yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I have been obviously been keeping up with my upload schedule. That is the one of the only things I have been consistent with. But if you couldn't tell, there's been a lot less of that side game since Rodia finished. I do have more planned on the way. Well, I have a plan for this one planned and another one planned before this goes up. But I don't have really much outside of other things right now that I have planned. Half-Man Hero notwithstanding. Fuck. I should really jump from that lower bit. Yeah, Half-Man Hero notwithstanding. Which is my game that I play in between Let's Plays at this point. I do not plan to play 2 anytime soon, though. Considering my 1 is by far my least popular game. Game that I've played. Granted, it has been shoved up in the rest of my series, but even when it was the main focus, it was still garbage in terms of viewership. In terms of my regular viewership, I should say. I don't hate that Let's Play, though. Burnout notwithstanding. There's a reason I stopped to play Galaxy. Something that absolutely refreshed my spirits. Like, fully. And it's been a long time since the, we'll call it the old Let's Plays. Where I did eventually get burnt out and needed to stop. But some of those, like Blue Dragon, I finished eventually. On Half-Man Hero, I'm working through. As slow as that is, as it may be. It is something I'm working through. New Soup is honestly a pretty decent Let's Play despite the potential burnout. We've only had one case of needing to put things off. Recently. Or I guess out. Whatever. With me feeling a bit of zone out, which is I would classify as being different from burnout. I think we're supposed to go up here. But also, hopefully, we can find our last food pit before we die. Not that we've seen the rain here, and this is kind of a desert. Right, quicksand. Jump City. That was probably actually going to happen as a sandstorm. Would be on brand. Holy scavengers. A living being in this hell. Stick. It's been a while since I've seen the map. Okay, we need... Okay. I don't know if we have enough time to make it back to the shelter. Hopefully we do. Yep, it's a sandstorm. Damn it. Death by sand. As much as I don't like eating the, that because of, well, that. We might also not entirely have a choice. We'll take 2 food peps. We should get another 2 as we go. Because there's not exactly very much substance to grab in a, something that is rottened. Especially with Rainworld. Rot. It's not... This isn't your regular rot. This is advanced rot. But yeah. I guess that just kind of sums up why I'm doing this. Is other reasons. Yeah. This is... Despite everything, this is still a game I want to beat. I probably won't get everything, and... Because I'm playing this blind, essentially. But this is still something... But yeah, it is something I want to at least beat, even if I don't entirely know what's going on. But it's just kind of been something I've put off for a long-ish time. Again, 3 months. Then I also kind of been focused on doing other games. I think this was after the I don't actually remember. I will check once I'm done recording for now. Yeah. Oh, we have plenty of time. But yeah, whatever. Nailed it. But I'm trying to think if this was before or after the pneumonia incident. Where I got pneumonia for a month and a bit. Ah. I had to reposition myself. Legs were getting tired. Stick. Let's check out up. Just looks like the other side of... the words struggle. Other side. Just another area. I honestly don't really know what the karma is for here in this campaign. It doesn't really do anything. Not as far as I can tell. You shouldn't need a, sphere to get across. You shouldn't anyways. I also haven't played this game in, again, a while. There should be a spear spawn nearby. Well, I'm right about there being a spear spawn. We call. There's so many interesting things in this game. Some of them equally terrifying as they are cool. I was thinking, it's just something I thought about doing a while ago, but like, oh, I can't stream this until this goes up, and then I have to realize I'm not streaming. Or not streaming for a long-ish while. Because I just don't have the motivation to. Well, I'm gonna have a problem. I don't think I can pounce that. Well, only one way to find out. Except for not really. Because going upwards is also not an option. Well, we're gonna get sandstormed again. At this rate. Never mind, we found the rock and the spear. Perfect. Now, if only we had the food pips to save this. We'll live. Hopefully. If I don't spend the spear here, we know we can just jump across. Yoit! Yeet. It really looks like it would be jumpable. But it's just barely too high. I shouldn't be exploring, but also food, potentially. Or the way we're supposed to get, because I don't remember. That leads up there, so that's where that other route goes. It leads here. Rind food. This is just a wall of nothing. Well, actually, it's probably... Yeah, it's the other side of that, but that gap is not jumpable. It's only doable via... Probably be only doable via synced flight. You know, that would be assuming if Sync could even get here. It would be cool to see if the rest of this place was like the other slug cats, but also kind of the thing with all of them. They're not meant for the other slug cats. They really aren't built with their sets in mind. Though some of them, in theory, would be doable. Give me my spear. Oh, that's a wall. I may not have the time, but I can certainly explore in the time I have left before the end of the day. Okay. Well, at least we did a good bit of got a good bit of scouting done. Hopefully that'll be enough time. As long as I don't dilly-dally. And there's the spear close. Which is probably not going to be. Knowing my luck. There's not one here, so it's time to backtrack. There's plenty of rocks. We need a big stick, though. And we have our stick. The mighty stick. Which will help us out of a gap that realistically we should be able to jump out of, but we just can't for some reason. It's slightly too high. Granted, I guess I should talk more on the stream thing. I won't say to granted to the whole streaming thing. Most of my streaming experiences that haven't been like the side videos have been tales, which is fine. Kind of a bit long of a game that kind of gets a wee bit boring in the after a while. And this game, which I would not call boring. If there's anything I will call this game, it is not boring. It is just probably what I would call a bunny paranoia simulator. But boring, it is not. So I don't really have that. I guess there's also Undertale, which did really well. And some other random variety game streams, which did pretty alright. Not amazingly, but I still have, like, memories of getting rated. Which is, fun. Especially for being small. This was during one of my doing Splatoon's biggest wave, which was fun. I need a Okay. What the fuck is that noise? This game is so quiet normally. When it starts playing sound, I start to get concerned. I can tell that is just background sounds because... Okay, I'm going to turn this game down a bit. Yes, it's normally quiet. I can tell it's background noise because it exists while paused. But... I also generally know that music is a sign that shit tends to go down. We'll go down at some point. Okay. This is gonna be a struggle. Just a little bit of an outhang. This is gonna be difficult. Okay, that's gonna be fun. At least time isn't our biggest problem. Dying repeatedly will be. Because I have to do this every single time. If there is even a stick this way. Oh. There's just kind of something relaxing-ish to play, you know, Bunny Anxiety Simulator by myself. There was a spirit this way. Darn. We'll be fine. We'll live. Hopefully. And we shouldn't need that. It's starting to also get a little bit late into the day, so I am a bit tired, which means I'm going to play very well at video games, judging by past experiences, we'll say, with a certain getting over it type mission or quest, or whatever semantic wording you want to use. Just use the spear. This place really feels like spear climbing is an intended solution. Considering the game spawns a spear in the difficult zones consistently, it seems. A lot of the times, the spear climbing feels like an afterthought. I think I may have thrown that a little bit too low. I did not. I'm just bad at my wall jumps. Might actually be easier to go from the bottom. Though this might be another case of not supposed to go that way. Do they have the Watcher map? They do not. So it does look like the UI was changed. RAM. I have to go that way. Because it leads to Daemond. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to look too deep. Into the wiki. Because I still want to be blind. I just also don't know what I'm supposed to do. Which is the problem. looking too deep into the wiki would ruin the blind aspect of it. And unlike everything else, I don't have any preconceived knowledge going into it, like, oh, in the other campaign, your general first goal is to reach 5 pebbles. There is none of that here. What my goal is, I don't know. Oh, sir. Please don't spear me in the face. Please let there be a close by stick. Something. Despite not streaming this, I am kind of treating this like it is a stream just by myself. There's not a stick. Why would there be a stick? There's a stick on the other side, but not a stick on this side, and I have to go through. Why do I still have that? Scavenger security. Well, not. You know what, that joke, semi-joke. It's a joke, just in a deadpan tone, because it's late, I don't have time or the mental energy to fake a tone, even when I'm joking. Not friend, not friend. Well, I'm about to die. But, granted, I did kind of get too close to that scavenger. Ow. Okay, I get it. Theory stock. Ow! Rude! Nice. A single rock. That's not a rock. It's a boulder. I realize I don't want SpongeBob like at all. Good that I don't really watch TV at all, but you know, still counts. No stick. Just scavenger and pain. Stick! Right. Because it's not a, shelter ahead, I'm going to save the stick. There's no point saving my food, the pips, for a shelter that's not coming. So having a stick that allows me to, you know, more consistently do throw attempts at the Daemon jump, which the word Daemon, because it's not quite demon. It's a subsection of demons, I think. But yeah, it makes when I try to spell demon itself, it's I forget and spell it wrong. Because I'm also generally really bad at remembering spellings, even for words I spell a lot for reasons. Oh well, we'll live. We have a stick. That's the point. In case there is not any other stick. And if I ever need to come back this way, highly doubt, but it's possible, we now have a consistent stick. In this rotten land. It's just kind of easy to go this way. Again, there's no shelter ahead. I might stop. Well, I'm probably going to stop time this reaches an hour and a half. Break it down into smaller, more digestible pieces. Otherwise, depending on how I feel, I might stop recording once I reach the next area. But that could take a while, and I also have to go to bed at some point before the crack of stupid hour. Honestly, I might probably stop soon, but I'm also quite stubborn. If I haven't mentioned that before. Unlike the other route, which does not feel possible, this feels 100% possible. You don't need like 50 spheres to be able to beat it, and any spheres you do need is given to you on the route itself. There might be a way up all the way on the end. I am not entirely hopeful, but it's possible. There is not. We. Alright, that's probably going to be enough for now. Again, I do have to go to bed soon, at a reasonable hour, so... I can't stay up all night playing this. I just want to get a little bit ahead. See you guys next time.